Well, Cat Williams just went viral. I'm sure you've seen it or seen some of it. He's been going crazy on the internet, man. Millions and millions of views in just like a day. One thing he said about Puff was Diddy wants to party, and he had to tell him no. A lot of people have talked about these Diddy parties and, what could or couldn't be going on at these Diddy parties, man. Being around Puff, what happens if you've seen these Diddy parties? Have you seen anything at these Diddy parties? Or, if you haven't seen anything, what have you heard or what do you think goes on?
It's a lot of sex, a lot of drugs, and a lot of music. Remember, it's sex, drugs, and rock and roll. With hip-hop, it's still the same thing, sex, drugs, and hip-hop. So in these parties, you see a lot of people. You just gotta imagine a female who's just looking for that big break that all of a sudden gets invited to a Puff Daddy party and she feels like this is my opportunity to go in there and make the most friends I can possibly make. She's gonna go in there and be free with everyone. So then it's just one of those kind of parties. I would go in to look for her and get up out of there. I wouldn't want to stay and be a part of the party like when after everybody's been is inebriated and out of their mind, and then now we're going to go back to so-and-so's house or Puff Daddy's house and we're going to continue the party there. You know how they say, we're going to take it back to here and continue the party here, right? That's when you got to leave, because you be like, no, once you get there first, they might not let you in. They'd be like, oh, it's a private party, because they know, hey, what's going to go in here is going to stay in here. And then especially if you're not part of it, like you don't need to be there if you're not part of it. If I'm not joining in the festivities, I'm not going to jump in the pool naked with a whole bunch of other guys and all of this stuff, everybody naked in the pool type stuff. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting naked around other guys like that, period, man. Except only time I do that is if we in jail and we got to take a shower or something like that. That's the only time I could see for a man to have to get naked around another man. So you just leave. It's not for you. It's not for me.
Well, I think you had mentioned several times Puffy would answer the door butt naked.
Butt naked, man. Look like a baby just sitting there. You be like, damn, bro. Like, have a little respect, man. I'm knocking on your door. You looked out the peephole. You saw it was me. Why you going to open the door and be like, come on in? I'd be like, nah, that's not the invitation I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for that. That was like the test. I'm telling you, it was a test to see if you're going to say something. You know how sometimes you have somebody else sit there and talk about your best friend. Hey, man, so-and-so ain't this and this. And you sit there and listen to him, and that's your bet. You be like, man, why is you sitting there talking to me about somebody I care about, right? So why is you opening up a door with no clothes on like it's cool? Like, what are you trying to see? If I'm gonna be like, not notice that you're naked, you be like, bro, you're naked. Did you notice that you're naked? Like, I'll come back later, right? But if they say, come on in, and then you go in and you be sitting there and he butt naked and you acting like you don't see naked. People be so caught up in the stars and so fascinated just by being there with him, they never even realize that he's sitting there talking to him naked. That's just
crazy.
I'd be like, man, bro, you're naked, man. We ain't got nothing to talk about till you put some clothes on.
That's real shit,
Yeah.
man. Okay, so one of the things Diddy is accused, man, he's accused of him and Aaron Hall of raping somebody. Do you actually think Diddy is actually capable of actually raping somebody?
If you listen to what Aaron Hall said that he had to show them who was the king. And he said he was trying to show them that he was the master at it. If I ain't mistaken, he was like, he had the big joint or something like that. As far as comparing penis size, he was kind of like saying that of all of them, he had the bigger penis, and he was letting them know. I don't know. But again, any two men together comparing penises is a problem. You know, when we sitting here talking, like somebody can ask me like, yo, is your joint big? I'd be like, I really don't know because I never really compared it to nobody else's. Like, I never looked at nobody like, yo, is your joint big? Yo, your joint bigger than mine. You know what I'm saying? That's just not something men do. See, we don't feel comfortable. Men don't feel as comfortable being like that around other men. And anytime you see a man that feels comfortable like that around other men, you have to question that person's whatever you want to call that. I ain't gonna say sexuality, but whatever it is they're attracted to, some men gonna find themselves attracted to men. And in this case, that might be what we're talking about. Some men might be attracted to women, but still, in this case, that's not what we're talking about. It just depends on what they wanted. You know, I keep everything. I always put morals first. I say morals come first, you know what I'm saying? So before I do anything, I think about it first. And I say, am I doing the right thing? I ain't doing the right thing. I'm not doing it. It's over.
Could you tell if other people were engaging in these activities with Puffy? Or, you know, did he have like special friends or guys that he might have treated different?
Or if we were on the road and then I knock on the door, the same door that I knock on, and he used to answer and don't have no clothes on, or you saying that I ever knock on the door and they open up the room and it just be niggas in there sweating. You'd be like, wow, it seems like a lot of activities going on here. What y'all guys working out? You start looking for the weight, start looking for the pull-up bars and stuff. What y'all doing pull-up? What y'all doing squats, dips? What's going on? And why is everybody breathing hard and sweating, right? Then you'd be like, well, I'm ready to go downstairs to the lobby and get me something to eat. You be like, I'm out of here too, man, because I ain't working out. I ain't ready to be around a whole bunch of dudes with no shirts on sweating, because there's no way to explain why two men is in the room sweating and huffing and puffing. Like we just finished doing work, like they could be working out. We don't know. But I do know, you know, it's too much going on in this room.
How often would something like that happen?
Let's say we go on tour. Probably every time we went on tour, and let's say on the tour, if we there for 2 days, out of 20 trips, let's say out of 10 trips to Puff Room to just go and be like, let me go see what they doing today. Let me go see what they got up. What time we going to the show? How we doing it? Like, what time the bus leaving tomorrow, man? Look, I don't want to, why every time, why is it only 2 hours to get to the next state and we leaving at 6 in the morning and the show is tomorrow at 8? It's like, why you purposely want us to get out the hotel and leave early in the morning? Because they'll be like, yeah, the Locks and the Mason, all of them boys is over there at this hotel having fun. They over there tearing it down. And then they be like, all right, bet, I'll fix that. Let's make sure that they tour bus leave tomorrow at 7 in the morning. Now, can you imagine waking up at 7 in the morning and having to leave to go 2 hours away because nobody wants you to have fun in the hotel?
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.